stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas.
This week we tackle the question of who is financiers and where the heck did they come from. Many of you know us, but you don't know our backstory or why we do what we do the way we do it. So let's talk about the principals, David and Debbie Bennett. We've worked together almost all our adult lives.
We found we work together better than we work apart. And we're older than dirt when it comes to real estate, which means we have a whole lot of real world experience.
If we have one failing, is that we've often said if that idiot can do a certain job, then we'd be great at it. And that's what got us into real estate. We tried to buy a house and work with some real estate idiots, which cost us the house and our earnest money because no one in the transaction explained anything to us. So we said, someone who held people's hands and helped them understand the transaction could go far. So we got our real estate broker licenses. That was back in 1974. Now, Debbie and I sold real estate for 10 years. I was also the regional training director for the largest nationwide real estate firm for 5 of those years. And I've been a certified real estate appraiser.
And I worked for a title attorney for some time as well, which means we've been involved in just about all aspects of the real estate market.
Now, we were successful as realtors, but dissatisfied. The other idiot theory is also what got us the mortgage side of things. Now, as realtors, we got so tired and frustrated with getting almost to closing and then finding out our customers didn't qualify for a loan for some very basic something that really should have been discovered at the very first meeting. And so we said,
someone who checked things out early in the process, held people's hands, and helped them understand the transaction could go far.
Are you seeing a trend here?
That was 1984, and time has proven that we were right. We pride ourselves in being a little different than the normal lenders. One big difference is that we spend a lot more time with people. This gives us and them the info that allows us to help more people get into homes. Last year, our turn-down ratio was 1/10 the national norm. This wasted time, as other lenders call it, also brings us much repeat and referral business. We've got people we've worked with for 30 plus years, plus all their friends, family, and their kids. We spend a lot of time trying to educate people about the process and in this manner try to answer their questions before they become questions. This also helps people become knowledgeable enough to recognize BS when they hear it. In other words, we try to give people the confidence and understanding of the whole real estate process so that the financing doesn't get in the way of the fun of buying or building a home. Buying or building a home should be one of the most exciting things people do in their lives, right after bungee jumping in the nude. And we try to add to the excitement rather than being the dark cloud that rains on everyone's parade.
Along these lines, when we moved our office from the Richardson area to Fort Worth, we wanted a completely different office setting and atmosphere that was conducive to relaxation and a casual atmosphere. We'd had the 3,000 square foot office in a strip center by the mall, and this time we went for a completely different, more relaxed setting. Since we spend a lot of time just sitting and talking with people, we wanted something that more resembled home so people would relax. Here, we sit on the sofa or outside by the lake. We also meet at people's houses or some other neutral spot. We try to do whatever puts our customers most at ease. Now here are a few pics to show you what we mean. This is the turn into our office. The first building you come to is the office, and across from the sidewalk is a parking area. It's a 1,400 square foot processing center designed to look more like a cute little 2-story condo loft inside and out rather than a stodgy office. Now, my official job title is Devil's Advocate. It's all part of our company philosophy. We want all of your surprises to be pleasant ones. My job is to discover discover any information that an underwriter might misconstrue. Now, I'm not trying to be negative, but if I can discover it, then so can an underwriter, especially since they're actually paid to be negative. In everything we try to slightly overstate things, and that especially goes for closing costs and interest rates. We don't want you to have any last-minute unpleasant surprises like needing more money than we told you. There's quite a bit more of that going on than you expect. Title companies tell us that happens to most people. A pleasant surprise of needing less money or having a lower house payment is almost like getting a housewarming gift. It helps you buy the lawnmower or drapes, and we get a kiss instead of a slug.
Another key difference is that most loan officers' jobs is just to write as many loan applications as they can, with little regard to whether that person can get the loan they want. This means they'll tell you anything to get you to commit to sign on the dotted line. We try to be a little more realistic and don't even want to take your loan application until we're sure we can do a loan you can live with. By way of comparison, we check every little aspect to every buyer's situation and talk to multiple underwriters before we commit or take money from anyone. Sometimes this means it might take a little longer, but once we commit, you can relax because we're sure there's a way acceptable to you that we can get you a loan. One of the real issues nowadays is that the new rules and regulations mean that a borrower has to fit into a much narrower set of rules than in the past, or else they can't even get a home loan. There aren't any broad-based cookie-cutter loans anymore. In today's market, there aren't even any standard rates. Every case, circumstance, loan amount, debt ratio, down payment, and credit score gives a different interest rate and underwriting standards. Everything truly is done on a case-by-case basis. Even though excellent credit scores help the rates, they no longer guarantee you can get a loan.
Now, you've probably heard me say that a trained monkey can gather the data that's needed for a loan. It's the presentation of that data that requires the true skills. Now, since 2008, the average loan file has gone from about a half-inch thick